Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Primetime Local News. We are officially in the holiday spirit as we count down the days until Christmas. I think it's, 8 days away?
It's so quick.
And I haven't started my Christmas shopping.
That's not good.
I feel like you're stressed for me.
I am stressed for you. I actually finished all my Christmas shopping. It's all done. I got it done last week.
You got it all done in one shot?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm still waiting on a couple things to come in through the mail, but other than that.
Oh. And I wasn't even stressed, but now maybe I should be.
No, maybe you should.
Okay, maybe I'll start. Probably not. Anyways, we have a great show for you here on Primetime Local News, and we're talking Christmas music as our question of the day, so you still have time to weigh in. But first, we're going to toss it over to Brett, who's at Olive and Birch, talking Christmas ideas.
Well, the holidays are the time for giving, and we are here at Olive and Birch looking at some of the things that you can pick up as gifts, including for possibly the man in your life, or if you're going down to a possible maybe Christmas party or a gathering like that. We also look at some of the things that you can bring to those parties, including especially looking at some of the food as well. We'll have a little bit coming up from here at Olive and Birch, but let's head back into the studio where Elise has a look at your local news.
Great, thank you so much, Brett. Well, hundreds gathered near City Hall in Lloydminster on Saturday to hold a protest and show support for those in the oil and gas industry. Protesters wore yellow vests and lined the highway to voice their displeasure with recent changes.
We had an incredible turnout. We had a ton of people driving by, honking, supporting us, from your average four-wheeler car to the big trucks that were honking in support, people flying yellow vests out of their windows, attached antennas on their bumpers. We had an incredible turnout on Saturday.
Medlicott says there is still a lot to be done, and this is a big way to help make a change.
You know what, just show up, have your voices heard, support yourself, support the movement. It is a movement, and it's happening all across Canada. I mean, I'm well aware it's happening all over the world at this point, but for here at home, we want to see as many people come out, support the cause. You know, this is your livelihood, this is your jobs, your family, your community, your friends, that all need your support.
There is another Yellow Vest rally scheduled for Lloydminster this Saturday. And this time of year isn't a joyous one for everyone. As Michaela Henschel reports in this week's retrospect, the holiday stress can trigger many emotions that can lead to family violence.
The holidays can be a very busy time for many people. The added seasonal pressures can cause stress in the home, and unfortunately, that stress can lead to domestic violence. Jennifer Hoberg of Midwest Victim Services says it's not uncommon to see a rise in the number of family violence cases during the holidays.
I think that there often is a greater number of domestic violence incidents around this time of year. I think during the holiday season we're all a little bit stressed out. It's kind of overwhelming making all those preparations, and particularly for people who might be struggling financially, I think that this time of year can be especially difficult. So we do see a little bit of a rise in things like family violence.
According to a national survey, 42% of Canadians state money as their greatest stress. And with holiday bills adding up this time of the year, that stress can often be dealt with unhealthily.
Financial stress is certainly one of the triggering points. If there's already kind of those attributes in a relationship, so the power and control that typically exists in that type of relationship, then yes, you know, finances, any type of stress inside the relationship can kind of trigger violent events.
If a partner or a loved one is experiencing stress this time of the year, an indicator of potential family violence can be a change in personality or an increase of insults. If you do experience family violence, call 911.
If they're not in a position where they're ready to make that call, then certainly call our crisis and information line, and we can walk them through, you know, the different supports that are available to them.
Michaela Henschel, Primetime Local News.
If there's something
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Webb's Machinery, your New Holland dealer in Vermilion, Bakerville, and Lamont.
And now we're going to send it to Brett Holden, who is at Olive and Birch today.
I'm joined now by Tasha. Now, Tasha, holiday gifts are the toughest thing to be able to get. What are some things here in store that we can buy for Christmas?
Right, so we have so many things in the store, but I'll just kind of give you a few ideas here on our new arrival stand. For the travel lover, we have some cute little passport holders, especially for the guy. Sometimes it's hard to find mail gifts. So this one holds all your cards, your passport, all your travel documents, so that's kind of nice. We have a travel journal down here as well, so to keep all those memories and artifacts in your travel journal. Some luggage tags, nice luggage tags. This one here for the female. Passport holder luggage tag, very nice for the traveler. Sorry.
No.
This one here is a jade beauty roller. This is very trendy this season. We women all like these. It stimulates collagen, reduces fine lines. You roll it on your face. Comes in a beautiful package. They're made of real gemstones. They seem to be quite a hit this season. Our Sugar Fina. We have all sorts of gummy candies made by Sugar Fina. This is a nice little kit for anyone on your list that enjoys vodka. You get your little mini Moscow Mule mug, your copper mule bears, the vodka cordials. So that's a cute little gift.
Awesome, that's unreal. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at Olive and Birch, but let's head back in the studio and see what's going on there.
Thank you so much, Brett. Definitely some cool gift ideas over there at Olive and Birch. Sitting at -9 here in the border city, it's feeling like -16. So we're sitting on the average for this time of the year. We could see some strong wind gusts come in. There's a couple patches of precipitation. Nothing really affecting our area in the immediate future, possibly on Wednesday. But as of right now, no watches and warnings. We could see some strong wind gusts up to 40 tonight, but there is no wind warning in effect. Nothing going to be as strong as we were seeing on Friday and throughout the weekend. Number-wise, we're sitting pretty on average. -9 currently here in the border city, -4 in Edmonton. A little bit cooler at -10 in Athabasca, -4 in Edson, 2 degrees currently in Jasper, so still above the freezing mark there. Prince Albert at -8, Meadow Lake sitting at -11, and then Melfort sitting at -3 currently. As we look to the broadcast region, North Battleford sitting at -5 currently, dipping down to -8, and then tomorrow a warm 0 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud in the area. Cold Lake sitting at -9, actually going to warm up a degree overnight, -8. Cold Lake could see those strong wind gusts up to 40 as well into the later this evening into the overnight. -4 tomorrow with a mix of sun and cloud. Overnight, we're going to get to -8, so actually warming up a degree. Tomorrow, we're going to see a high of -1 with a mix of sun and cloud. Mostly overcast, but then Wednesday, that sunshine is going to start to peak out. 0 degrees there for the daytime high, -5 for the overnight low. 25% chance we could see some flurry activity. Nothing major, though. And then on Thursday, a high of -3 and -8. We are going to get back into the double digits, and I'll have those details coming up in just a little bit.
Welcome back. The water that we drink needs to be protected at every stage of its usage, and Gerard Lampow gets some insight on saving this resource for the future.
So this is our groundwater model, and it demonstrates how groundwater behaves.
Catherine Finn works at the Harford office of the not-for-profit North Saskatchewan River Basin Council. Her specialty is source water protection. She visits many schools and community groups sharing on protecting our water.
The decisions we make have an impact on what ends up in the water. So there were a number of health issues in the past that were a big catalyst in the development of source water protection planning.
Finn has been with the NSRBC for 10 years. She takes this water model out to community groups.
So in well number 2, it's an abandoned well and some contamination has gotten right into the aquifer. And over here at well number 5, as water is drawn up through the well, it sucks the contamination towards itself. So the people using this well are now impacted by the contaminants from the abandoned well.
Finn connects water quality to land usage. The goal is to make water safer even before it gets to the treatment plant. She says there are different risks connected to where we get our water.
When we talk about egg plastics or even waste management on the farm. A lot of people have their own private dump site in the back 40, or they dump their used motor oil or just stack up batteries or stack up scrap metal. It's a very common practice. But what we don't realize is that those materials become available and they can leach down through the ground into the groundwater.
Many people rely on their groundwater for their drinking water needs, so there are consequences and risks to our health, even from simply the location of the kitchen garden and the proximity of waste disposal.
Those have been past practices, but there's a lot we can do as far as improving that and making sure that we protect our groundwater sources and surface water for our kids and their kids for the future.
Gerard Lampow, Primetime Local News.
And just a reminder, Egg Life with Gerard Lampow is on tonight at 7:30 on CKSA. That's it for your egg news. Sports is next, but first we'll take a look at your egg prices.
Every member of the City Centre Auto Body team has been through extensive training. We're constantly upgrading our team's education to reflect current collision repair technique.
Taking a look at your local sports now. Finishing up their first half of the season was ugly once again for the Lloydminster Bobcats as they had 3 road games before the Christmas break. The Cats dropped a tight 5-3 decision to the Calgary Mustangs before being blown out 8-2 by the Canmore Eagles and falling behind 5-0 in Okotoks. A couple of quick goals in the third gave the squad some momentum, but they still ultimately fell 5-3, and that extends their losing streak to 10 games. The first chance Lloydminster has at snapping it is December 28th against the Sherwood Park Crusaders. And the World Junior A Challenge wrapped up in Bonnyville Sunday evening with the United States taking home gold after a 2-0 win over Russia in the final. The Americans won a thriller the previous evening, edging Canada West out 3-2 in overtime before the great defensive effort against Russia on Sunday. That wraps a long week up for the U.S. team, dealing with sickness, injuries, and more.
So close as a group, and it's just an awesome feeling to come this close together and then win it together.
Canada West, which featured Pontiac's coach Rick Swan and Lloydminster product T.J. Lloyd, won bronze earlier in the day over the Czech Republic. The Lloydminster Bandits head into Christmas after a very successful homestand. In their final game of the 2018, they held on to defeat the Frog Lake T-Birds 3-2 in overtime. This came one day after winning 4-3 in a shootout over the Vermilion Tigers. The Bandits are now 12-7-1, good for a third-place tie in the division, and they're back in the Civic Center on January 5th to host the Killam Wheat Kings. And the Holy Rosary Raiders hosted their annual Holiday Hoops VJ Girls Basketball Tournament this weekend, hosting the Lloyd Comp Barons and 6 other teams from the region.
Now your starting lineup for your Holy Rosary Raiders.
The Raiders won the crosstown battle in the first round before eventually losing in the final to Maidstone. Holiday Hoops has helped to solidify development for the players before they leave for Christmas.
Something at home to get the girls pumped up for the rest of the season after we've already had a couple of tournaments where we've been able to kind of get out some of our kinks already before we play in front of a home crowd.
When practice picks up, improving communication will be at the top of the list.
We still need to work on our passing and talking, but we're getting better.
That's something that we've been working on since our first game, and we are slowly improving on it, and hopefully we'll get it by the end of the year.
The Raiders VJ team has tournaments in Paradise Valley, St. Walburg, and several others in the new year. And now we're going to send it back to Brett Holden at Olive and Birch.
Joined once again by Tasha. Now, Tasha, we're kind of in your man cave section here. Let's kind of talk about some things you have in here.
Yeah, for sure. So we know that the men in our lives are very hard to get for. So we have a few ideas. First off, we have this nice little fishing board. Keep in your boat. It's got your scale on it. These are dishwasher safe. They also protect your filleting knives. So very nice for the person who likes to fish. Sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Grabbing some of the globes here. We were talking about this as well.
Grabbing our MOVA globe. So this is pretty neat for the scientific lover. It's a well-done globe that runs on solar power. So as long as you have it under your lights or next to the window, it will rotate. So neat little gift there.
Yeah, well, I was mentioning as well, just one of the themes in my place is globes, so that's something that I'm looking for as well.
Perfect. We also have these nice little barware. So this one here is a cigar glass. So it holds your whiskey as well as your cigar. Yeah, so that's perfect.
All in one. It's almost like the Swiss Army knives of cups.
Moscow Mule mug is a really trendy item. If you like your Moscow Mules, often you'll get served these in the restaurant. It's double walled, so when you're done having your Moscow Mules in the evening, it's perfect for coffee in the morning.
Perfect. Sounds good. What else is there? It just kind of in a sense of trendy kind of things as well.
Well, we have barware seems to go over well. We have lots of nice man candles or lotions as well, because they need a little bit of grooming as well. Over here we've got socks, which can sometimes have some maybe the odd bad word on them, but those seem to go over very well. And then we have kind of your survival kits, or little knives or combination pliers for the person who likes to be outdoors or whatnot as well. So
Perfect, and one of the things that I saw was the Bro Brick as well. So we'll have a little bit more coming up from here at Olive and Birch, but let's head back in the studio and see what's going on there.
All right, thank you so much, Brett. Starting it off with this gorgeous shot of a branch out in the winter. Very beautiful. Thank you for sending that in. Number-wise, we're not sitting too bad. We're sitting at -9 currently. That is the average for this time of the year. And it is feeling a little bit colder, -16 once you factor in that wind. We do have a chance of seeing some strong wind gusts again tonight, and that's going to continue for most of Alberta as we move up the map here. So all these areas in the area, we'll be seeing some strong wind gusts, not as strong as we were seeing on Friday, but up to 40 km. So number-wise, we're sitting okay. -8 in Vermilion, -11 St. Paul, -9 currently in Cold Lake, Pierce Flint, and Bonnyville, -8 in Lac La Biche. Sitting at -11 for St. Walburg, -6 in Maidstone, and -5 currently in North Battleford. As we look up the map, a little bit cooler, -12 for La Loche and Buffalo Narrows, -10 in La Ronge, -11 in Grand Prairie, -12 for Peace River, and -15 in High Level. And then as we move south, quite the contrast. It's definitely still in the above the freezing mark here down south. So 2 degrees in Lethbridge, 5 degrees in Medicine Hat, currently 4 degrees in Calgary, and then 2 degrees in Banff. And then over into Saskatchewan, these numbers are continuing. So 2 degrees in Kindersley, 3 for Swift Current, currently sitting at -2 in Regina. Tomorrow we are going to warm up. -1 here in the border city, -1 in Maidstone. 3 degrees tomorrow in Macklin. North Battleford going to see 0 and plenty of sunshine there. 0 degrees in Vermilion, -2 for St. Paul tomorrow, -3 for Bonnyville, -4 for Cold Lake, and -2 for Lac La Biche. Mix of sun and cloud in those areas. For the kids off to school tomorrow, going to be a decent start, -5. Recess warming up to -4, -3 over the lunch hour, and then -1, which is our daytime high tomorrow. That cloud cover is going to continue and into tomorrow, and then it is going to start to dissipate overnight into Wednesday. 0 degrees for the high there, -5. 25% chance we could see some flurry activity on Thursday, -3 for the daytime high, -1 on Friday, and then we start to cool down. So on Saturday, overcast with a high of -8, -10 for the low, and then we into those double digits. So next Sunday, mix of sun and cloud, -13, -17 for the low, and then Monday, -12.
And now we're going to send it back to Brett Holden at Olive and Birch.
I'm joined once again by Tasha, and Tasha, the holidays are all about the parties as well, and bringing some stuff for the parties as well, gifts, is kind of difficult as well. What are some things that we can bring?
Right. So consumables are always a nice idea. Anything that people can eat or drink obviously goes over well. So we have from Salt Spring Island, we have some nice jam trios that are a nice touch. As well, we have Zoe olive oil. So this is a cute little kit. We've got chili olive oil, lime olive oil with the Himalayan sea salt, which is very popular. We have chocolate. Chocolate always goes over well, especially J-Sick from Sherwood Park, actually. So that's nice. We also have some beautiful servingware. A lot of people really like our mud pie servingware, which has some funny little phrases on them. So chip, chip, hooray, dip, dip, hooray. So bringing this with some food inside with it as well is a nice gift as well. Over here.
So one of the things I noticed, like you said, is just mainly things with food either in them or with them as well.
I think something that people can use and entertain with is always a good idea. These are handcrafted syrups, so these are nice to cocktailing is really a trendy thing this year. People making their own cocktails, so handcrafted syrups are a nice housewarming gift as well.
And so with those syrups you kind of mentioned as well, just a little bit with alcohol as well?
Oh, exactly, for sure. Yeah, use it with your spirits. This is just a nice, easy, budget-friendly gift. Picking up a bottle of wine in a little fur wine bottle holder is cute with a little chocolate attached to it. That's simple, easy, and everyone enjoys wine over the holidays, so.
Perfect. We had a look at some of your holiday gifts and potential ideas for some gifts as well. Let's head back into the studio and see what's going on there.
All right, well, with Christmas just over a week away, we wanted to know, do you enjoy listening to Christmas music at this time of the year, or do you still avoid it? We did put out a poll. 59% of you say you love the Christmas music. 41% of you say I avoid it. So almost 50-50. It was actually sitting at 50-50 for most of the day. I don't run away from it, but I don't put it on.
Right, yeah, that's about me too. The only time I specifically would put it on is if it's Christmas Day, you're opening presents, you're having dinner, and it's just kind of nice to have it in the background. But leading up to it, if it's on the radio and stuff, I don't really search for it, but I'm kind of indifferent about it.
Yeah, I usually do turn it off. I feel like it's good like the week leading up to Christmas, but anything before that I think it's just like overkill.
Totally.
A couple of the comments that we got, Mandy says she listens to it loud and proud. Wendy says she avoids it. There should be separate radio stations for just Christmas music. I liked this comment. Leanne says, nope, too many years working in retail. So that makes sense. Yeah, if you work in retail, then you know you have to listen to Christmas music since October.
Yeah.
We always ask a question of the day, so you can weigh in on any of our social media platforms. But now let's get to our pets of the day, because they are just, they're so cute. Look at this. This is Louise and Charlie, fully embracing the Christmas spirit. That was sent to us by Raven. Very cute. Charlie has really green eyes.
Yeah.
Pretty. Look at this. This is Nellie, also in the Christmas spirit. Very cute little reindeer. That was sent to us by Carrie. Next up, we have Jeannie. This is a really cute shot. That was cute. Yeah, that was sent to us by Crystal. Thanks for sending that photo in. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Love that. That's a really cute little cat there. That was sent to us by Brenna. And then last but not least, look at this guy.
Amazing.
He's a laborer. Gilmore, love it.
Yeah.
Clearing the snow.
Someone trained their dog really well.
Yeah, real well. That was sent to us by Terry Lynn. If you have a pet and you would like to see them here on the show, send us a picture. Just include their name. And if they are seen on the show, you'll be entered to win a $50 gift card to the Lloydminster Pet Pad.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Well, there's a lot here at Olive and Birch that we didn't talk about, including some of this stoveware and some of the dishes behind me as well. Some of the things we did speak about were getting some gifts for things like Christmas parties, where the most trends and most popular gifts for those kinds of events are things like dishes and maybe jams, as well as we saw some juice that was used, or some syrup that can be used as a mixer for some of your eggnog and your drinks for that good old night as well. We also spoke a little bit about maybe some gifts that you can get for the man in your life. Well, that'll do it here for me at Olive and Birch, where tomorrow I will be at Lower Shannon Farms, and we're going to be talking about some things that you can put on your dinner table for Christmas. Well, let's head back into the studio and see what's going on there.
I'm hungry just thinking about that tomorrow. Very excited. Temperature-wise, we're going to be sitting all right until the end of the weekend. So -1 tomorrow, a little bit of a cloud cover, and then the sunshine will start to come out to play on Wednesday for a high of 0 degrees, -5 for the low, and then we start to cool down a bit. -3 on Thursday, -1 on Friday, 25% chance we could see some flurry activity there as well. And then we get into those cooler numbers. So -8 on Saturday, and then we dip into those double digits. So -12 on Sunday, a little bit of, I am at a loss word, sorry. We will be seeing a mix of sun and cloud there, and then -17 for the overnight low. So getting more into those Christmas temperatures.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the Christmas temperatures as long as the snow doesn't start falling. Just now people are really traveling for the holidays. So, as long as the snow kind of holds off for a little bit.
I'll try my best just for you. Anyways, that does it for us. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a good night.